you were to look at me and rate me on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate me?
I like a 6.
What are these men? They're savages. They must have been from the Ice Age.
Let's talk about the harsh realities of ignoring modern women. A recent conversation I had with an old buddy got me thinking about how the dynamics for men going their own way are constantly changing. Family, friends, coworkers, and society at large are among those who are curious about their reasons for exiting the dating game, and they must deal with them. My friend decided to pursue his own route even before learning about the push for guys to follow their own paths. As he went his own way, he claims he began to notice that women were much more drawn to him and paying him more attention than he had ever experienced from them in his entire life. He claims that before going his own way, he would only accept women who were a 5 or 6, but after going his own way and choosing to ignore them, he was being pursued by women who scored an 8 or higher. His friends and coworkers were also expected to be more critical of him for deciding to go MGTOW, but they were all unexpectedly understanding, and most of them agreed with his views on women, dating, and relationships. He explained to them how he had much more time after taking his decision. He could go to the gym whenever he wanted. Over the weekends, he could travel to a different location or the woods. He could follow his interests, create gourmet food, develop his martial arts skills, and do anything else he was passionate about. And if he had been dating a woman, this would not have been conceivable. Some of his friends praised him for doing this and facing reality head-on, and expressed regret that they hadn't approached life in the same way. He would simply respond that he was weary of looking when others questioned him about why he was going his own way, because he didn't want them to assume he was insane or something. After some time, he actually started telling them the truth and was again surprised to find out that most of them completely understood his decision. However, some people, especially some women, had real problems with how he was steering the ship of his own life. Guys, I always tell people to avoid telling people the specific reasons for going their own way, and this is because I feel that it's better if people figure that out themselves. Otherwise, they mostly think you're part of some sort of a cult that's trying to bring the other gender down or something scandalous along those lines, which is absolutely untrue. To my friend, I'll say that any of those really attractive women would surely lose interest if you suddenly started to pay them more attention, I bet. Since it's probably uncommon for a straight guy to reject them, I predict that they would regain their confidence in the fact that all men find them attractive and cease worrying about running against that wall. When those beautiful women started pursuing you, they had most likely never experienced rejection before. It's possible that you're causing them to experience daddy issues since they didn't have a father figure to look up to when they were younger. To make up for this, they could go to extreme lengths to appear exceptionally attractive to you. Now when a man is neglecting them, it might bring up childhood memories of being shunned and forgotten. Are these ladies genuinely interested in you, or are they more curious to find out why you don't find them attractive? What you said here suggests to me that attractive, successful guys who go their own way cause women to lose their minds when they are ignored. They need to demonstrate to themselves that they can catch your attention even if you're confidently single and going your own way. And it appears as though you are holding up a mirror to women and reflecting their fears back at them. As a result, they feel good about themselves again by enticing you since they believe their appearance is still in good shape. Perhaps you as MGTOW man don't irritate women since they are unable to use a man's resources. Perhaps the removal of their feminine card, if a guy decides to adopt monk mode, has more to do with it. They perceive you as a bachelor when you are single, and the loss of simply one man. You means little in terms of defending and providing for women. They might also think you aren't looking because you are singing that tune. That doesn't mean a woman won't just happen to be in your life at random and ask you out. Without a doubt, it's the women who choose guys and not the other way around. Additionally, you claim that several women have complimented your intelligence and that they are only doing this to validate you. A guy is more inclined to seek female affirmation from other women after he becomes accustomed to or addicted to it from one particular woman. Have you ever considered that by adopting the role of the female camouflage and supporting you, they may be attempting to plant the seeds of a future romance? So, when a man ignores them, are women truly going crazy? In my opinion, no. I believe that when people feel rejected, they behave erratically, which is what we misinterpret as being crazy. You're also wise to avoid bringing up MGTOW in ordinary conversation. When you do, people immediately link it to the men's rights movement and then appear to link it to the incel movement, which is known for its hatred of women. Women are aware of these things. Simply put, they don't discuss them with other males because they want to contain the problem and prevent men from finding out about them, and then discovering the nature of women. But for a man who hasn't, there is still hope to get him back to the plantation. There was no backlash when you turned down those attractive women because they see you as an isolated male with no real way to convey to other men how you feel or think. People tell me that MGTOW has existed forever and there will always be men that choose to go their own way. But I doubt that there was actually ever a philosophy with its own language and acronyms to explain these ideas to men and spread them around the world. Women appear to have issues with that. They are aware that in the internet age, rumors spread quickly, and from their perspective, MGTOW is simply misogynistic rumors and gossip that diminishes their reputation and worth, which renders them less desirable and lowers their social standing. They also don't actually control it, and the shame-based language is no longer effective because it relies on convincing a guy to take a heroic role. A man might formerly be coerced into marriage in the past, after which he would be in charge of his family. On the other side, today you can humiliate a man into getting married, and the government will take away his family as well as his resources. With initiatives like the Me Too movement, it appears to be getting more difficult to mislead successful and intelligent men. The most sought-after men are typically the ones who devote the majority of their efforts to advancing their professions, maintaining physical shape, and achieving financial success. They have the intelligence to avoid destroying their life. Men in the top 20% of the population now dread women. I've stated it many times before, but feminists recruit more women to their causes by ignoring those males because if they do, more women will become feminists. Thus, those women go bonkers and explode in anger at all men. So, in a manner, by advising males not to get married, MGTOW is promoting feminism. Men who have chosen their own paths should be thanked by feminists since we are assisting in their further development. But they continue to oppose it. However, feminists are extremely against MGTOW, and they likely believe that it harms them. But in reality, it just radicalizes women. In fact, I think that women with alternatives have a stronger case for doing so. While granting men their independence, feminism continues to advance while more men turn away. Feminists, I suppose, would genuinely want to give men what they want rather than attempt to take more and more things away from us if they were reasonable about it and saw that more guys leaving the field are simply making them more unbalanced. Thanks for watching Man Reacts. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button.